Okay, I know it's connecting. I don't know when it's going to come on. Right, so we are connected now. Let me know if you can see me, you can hear me now. We had problems with the sound a moment ago, so let me know. I will just get it so that you can see my slides, and I'm gonna check to see if I can see you guys. You can hear me now. Yay, yay. Do you know what? I had it on mute. I mute it. I never do that. Oh my God. Let me just make sure that, yes, you can all see my slides and stuff now. Oh, let's get the sound off of this. You can all hear me. Yay, 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 yay. So as you're all joining, obviously some of you will be like, oh, where's the live? What's happened to it? Where's the masterclass? It's here, and you're all coming in, and it looks all good now, and you can hear me, which is an important factor, right? You need to hear me actually more than you can see me. So as I can see, so what I'll be doing, you didn't hear anything I said last time then, so I'll start as if you haven't heard anything. So firstly, welcome to our masterclass today. I'm so excited for everything we're going to be covering. I'm going to tell you in a moment what to do, how to set yourself up. But as you're all coming in, firstly, can you type in if you're live or on the replay? So replay, right, replay, live, type in live so I can see that and I can look back over that. And we're going to make this an awesome interactive session. My screen is all full, so I've got my phone here so I can see comments. So I will have to, you know, you'll see me dart like this all the time when I do look at them. So you can all hear me, brilliant. So let us know where you're from. I know there's a little bit of a delay, I can see that already, which may be a bit distracting. So when I go into the content, I may have to just kind of just not look at it as much. But what we will have is a dedicated questions time at the end, which I'm going to tell you about in a minute. I'm not going to leave it too long till I start because we're already a little bit late just because of lovely technology. But I aim to keep this session to about an hour. Do you know what? I've got an hourglass here, so I'm actually going to put this way to try and keep me on track. I'm hoping to keep it an hour to an hour and 15 at the maximum. Okay, so if you're watching the replay, give yourself that time, try and create that time today, but I'm going to be going through it as quick as I can so that we can get everything kind of fitted in, because there's a lot of stuff to cover. So live, who have we got then? So I can see Wildkind Personal Photography. What's your actual name, lovely? Laura's live. Oh my God, there's so many names coming up. Another Laura's live. Rebecca's live from Canada. Great reason to wake up early. Oh, Billericay in Essex, I know that. Justine. Tiffany is live from Essex. Amazing. And let us know, what was your biggest takeaway from yesterday? How did you find yesterday's session? What did you manage to do? So share a quick takeaway and we are going to get on with it. So again, replay people, please let us know your takeaway. Comment away through the whole time you are watching this as well. Chelmsford, I got married in Chelmsford. That's where I got married. Really beautiful venue. So I am going to start and get stuck in. I love seeing your comments. Loads of people from Essex. Essex is the place to be, clearly. Live, we got Bucks as well from Hannah. Amazing. Oh, my little post is falling. We don't want it to do that. Let me just weigh it down with a crystal and then it shouldn't move. There we go. Cool. Awesome. Well, I am going to get stuck in. I can see we've got, have I frozen? No, I haven't. Okay, cool. So I'm not frozen. That's good. I don't know whether to stop my video. I will see how it goes because sometimes the video can slow it down. If I do start to slow down or anything, please let me know in the comments. And I will stop the video because sometimes the video can actually slow it down a little bit. I managed to break out of my box and message people about, yay, about interest in sales. I love so much what I do. Can't wait to share it all. Loved it. Cancelled direct debits. I don't need, and I'm paying for anymore. Amazing. I have to catch up from all this week. Okay, cool. That's fine. But you're here, which is what counts. Pleased to be a positive list all my business. Essex entrepreneurs. Yes. I stopped overthinking. I'm in Chelmsford too. Wow, amazing. I'm getting more focused moving forward. Oh, West Sussex. I'm from West Sussex. Fantastic. Cambridge, West Yorkshire. Cool. So who's ready to get started? So we've done DMs. Amazing. I'm going to go and read through these later, but I want us to get on with the main content. I think, what is it, 10 past now? Yes, exactly 10 past. So let's begin, okay? So we have got the sales and visibility. It's the six-figure business blueprint, the masterclass. So today we are doing this a little bit differently, where we will be doing a masterclass. So we'll be bringing everything together, and we've got some exciting things planned for you. So let me tell you, I don't know if I can move my damn little, no, I can't. I'm just gonna do this 1 second, because I just want to see if I can move my, yes, I don't see myself. There we go. This is, for me, it was like right there. Cool. It's right, covering everything. So I can see there's a slight delay here, but I'm going to get started right now. So this is what we're going to be covering today. So why now is the perfect time to grow and thrive in your business online. The 5 essential areas that you need to master now to create a solid business and get visible and make sales online. So I'm going to be going into that in depth. And this is where you're going to be able to take notes and really start creating that blueprint. Exactly why me and my clients are thriving now, and now you can too, with a real recession. So while things are happening, lockdown examples. So examples of people that have done this, because I know for many of us, you know, we can go, oh, that's all great, but look at the times, or we're in a recession, or people don't have money. And I really want to show you and demonstrate it with case studies that actually this is happening now. This is a great time for an online business, and show you some real examples of that as well. And we're going to create your personalized blueprint to 6 figures. And now I choose the 6 figures. I'm not really about that kind of 6-figure, 7-figure, blah, 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 right? Like, I think it's all got to be intentional. However, if we really want to have a successful business, we should be making at least 6 figures, right? If we want to really grow our business, then 6 figures is a great number to aim for, okay? And it doesn't have to be that for you. You can change it for wherever you're at. But for the purposes of this, most people, you know, want to be. And again, if we look at inland revenue, obviously I'm that registered. You know, it doesn't really recognize you as a, should we say, a successful business until you get to that financially, right? Obviously there's other factors. So that's why we've done that. And just to show you how easy you can actually achieve this, an exciting exclusive limited offer for all of you too. And we're going to have questions at the end. So it's a really exciting day. I really feel like this day is going to be, yeah, a defining moment for many of you, you know, with what you do next and how you take this information and what you do with it. So I'm really, really excited. And again, I'm going to be around at the end to answer your questions as well. So are we ready? Awesome. I love the structure. Fantastic. Yay, there's 72 of you. I love to see that. So this is what I want you to do now. Turn off any distractions. So if you have any distractions, anything else open, if your kids keep asking you stuff, just say, hey, can you give me an hour? It'll turn things off. So get rid of any distractions, because you're gonna get more out of this if you focus, right? You get more out of it. And through this whole time, I really want you to be honest with yourself. I want you to participate and bring your best energy. I can already see some amazing energy there. Tiffany's ready. Lenka said, awesome. She loves the structure. So awesome, awesome. I see Amy's just joined us. So fantastic. So be honest with yourself the whole time, participate, and bring your best energy. So lots of, you know, commenting, lots of letting us know, like answering the questions, again, intuitively. And again, you will want to make some notes, but you can always come back and do that after, you know, so you're going to want to take some notes as well. So let's just kind of plug into why is now the best time to take your business to a whole new level using the online space. Now, with the new level, it's different for all of you, right? For some of you, it's an income goal. For some of you, it's the amount of people that you want to do. For some of you, it's a new program. It's different, you know, it's a different type of message for each of you. So think for a moment what that is for you. So what is that next level for you? What does that look like? What does that feel like, you know? So I want you to think about what that is for you. And now is the time to do it. And let me just tell you why. So it's official, right? We're in a recession, actually one of the biggest recessions in 300 years. And we can't rely on companies or jobs anymore, right? We have to create these opportunities for ourselves. So if you're someone who's been toe dipping, maybe your business is a part-time business and you have a job, or you are full-time in a job thinking about starting a business, this is the time to go all in. Or if you have a business that's just not making enough money and you're thinking about going back to a job, look, we can't rely on anyone else but ourselves, right? Because they won't agree with me, right? You can't rely on anyone else. And there is going to be, after the whole furlough system is over, there will be so many redundancies. We can already see companies shutting down. It's horrible. It's absolutely horrible. But the only thing we can take control of is our own finances. And I'm going to say this probably in a moment. Let me just open up, because one of the things you know, when you work for yourself, you know, you have multiple people that you work with, whereas when you work for an employer, you have one employer, right? So if you lose that job, you kind of lose everything, and we don't have that with an online business, and I'm going to mention that in a moment on here, which is added security. You get to reach a global market and make your business recession proof, right? You're not just relying on the country you're in, you get to reach everyone. This helps you grow. Online is now, it's the future, it's where everyone goes, right? What do people look for when they're looking for help and support? Google it, right? It's one of the biggest sayings. How many of us buy most of our stuff online, right? Obviously, especially this year, online sales have massively increased, but they were always going that way, and that was always happening. So, you know, we saw retail going, you know, having lots of problem with retail and things happening in person anyway, and it's just skyrocketed overnight. And you want to be there when someone's Googling, you know, the help or the support that they need, or they're looking for something. You want to be the person that shows up, right? Do you agree? Yes, you're the only person that you can control your outcomes is you. So online businesses allow you to package up your knowledge and sell it to hundreds of thousands. Now, I know there are some of you in industries right now that maybe you're not doing that. You're not packaging up your knowledge. You're doing other things, like you're selling like beauty products or something like that, or you're a photographer and you're just selling photo shoots, for example. But again, I do this, like I've got clients that do lots of different things, counselors, homeopaths, again, beauty professionals, and you know, you'll see some examples today, but there is always a way that you can package it up. There's always a way that you can package what you do, right? And no matter how you do it, so that actually you can reach more people, and it doesn't have to just be on your time. Okay, so packaging up your knowledge, and therefore you can reach a lot more people, and of course your business can be more sustainable and more successful as well. So sales of online courses, fitness, health, coaching, learning, stock, shares, business, beauty, and more are all on the increase. I could have filled this presentation with so much data to show you this, but if you can go and look this up yourself if you really want to, but the data supports it, that there's been massive increases in people buying these things, obviously doing things from home, doing things online. So we need to be taking stock of that. Even things like, I don't know about you, I buy like things like mindful meals, like that are already done, they're frozen, or I make them, and you know, people have been getting food brought in, you know, all of that stuff, because that's what you want, and you order it online, right? So people are needing more support than ever before. Mental health, retraining, qualifications as people become made redundant, and they need new business ideas. So again, if you're in network marketing, if you're a business mentor or a consultant, and you help people with training, or if you help people with their mental health, just a few examples, okay, there's loads. But again, people are needing more support because they're having to rethink their lives, they're having to rethink their health, they're having to rethink what they actually want to do, okay? So, which is why, again, it is the perfect time when you're doing anything like this, right? So it's now is the new time for you as well to learn a new skill, retrain, get online, become, why have I wrote become an assist? An asset, sorry, there's a typo there, become an asset. Become an asset. So you want to be an asset. I don't know why it's gone into an I instead of an E, but oh well. So you want to become an asset, you know, so the more valuable you are, the more skills you have and stuff, the more valuable an asset you are for any company or for what you can do, right? So it gives you multiple opportunities, rather than, I know, for example, my old boss worked his way up when I worked in the media industry for Sky. He worked his way up, and then he ended up getting to a point where he couldn't get any other jobs in there, and he's ended up working in a pub, and he has for a few years now, because he could never get something on that level because it got narrower and narrower and narrower, and there were no other jobs there, right? You don't want to be in that situation, okay? Which is why having different skill sets, you know, and always replenishing what it is that you do, getting mentorship, help, support yourself mentally, physically, right, is really important. I think from all aspects, right? Your health, mental health, physical health, all of that stuff, right? I know many of you probably do that, and you help people with that. So people are going to be looking at for you, but also make sure that you're doing it for yourself, again, with training and things that you need to know, so you can be the best at what you do, but have enough skills so you've got enough diversity, and it's not just one very, very, you know, kind of narrow thing that you only know, you know. Let me see some of these. Cool. Mental health is a huge area. It really, really is. I'm going to give you an example of that as well. The journey is about to begin. Love it. Awesome. Cool. That sounds fantastic. So one last reason, some more reasons. Again, like I said before, you can create multiple income streams as well. So you aren't relying on one thing, okay? So one employer, one program. So you can have multiple clients. You can then have different programs. You can have different courses. So you can have different ways of bringing money in, not just one way. You know, you can have network marketing as one of your things, or affiliation. There's lots of different ways you can bring money in, not one stream, okay? So that safeguards you even more so, which again is what you can very easily do with an online business. The way business is changing, it has been for a while. People want to work with people they trust, niches and small businesses. Let me know if you kind of would prefer to work with small businesses and more niche things of people that you can trust rather than big corporations, right? And there's nothing wrong with that. Big corporations are great too. They give a lot of people jobs. But when it becomes to specific things, right, when you're looking for specific personalized support, you're often going to go to smaller businesses. I know when I go to restaurants, I much prefer going to a one-off thing than a chain, you know? But that's the way that we're all niching down, okay? It gives more personalization, you know? So now is the only time to take action. You will never feel ready, and we must work from home to adapt quickly, okay? There's nothing else I need to say to that. I've already told you about that. We are never, ever going to feel ready. We've got to take the action. If you've been thinking about taking your business to the next level, if you've been wanting to grow it, if you've been wanting to start it, if you've been wanting to take your side hustle to a full-time hustle, now really, really is the time. I think I've given you enough reasons. But if you know it in your heart, like the whole thing is you are here. And I don't think you'd be here if you didn't want to transform your business. Is that right? Yeah, you wouldn't have joined this. You wouldn't be here doing this workshop if you didn't want that. So let me know if that's right, if you agree and you are ready, and we will go to the next slide. So what I want to do, and I know there's a slight delay, which is a shame when I see your messages slightly delayed, but I'm just going to share with you where it all started for me. I haven't actually shared this with you guys yet. Some of you may be able to relate, just so you can just understand my journey when I started. So, oh, my phone just dropped. Let me just put that up so I can see you guys. Amazing to see you already. So I say here it started on my 30th birthday. Now, it started before that, right? I've told you I come from a family that I'm very different from. You know, I don't have, you know, that great relationship with my mum that I'd love to. You know, my parents have their own problems and their own things, right? But I always felt very different from where I came from. So when I met my husband, who I adore and love and have been with for 12 years, and met his mum, I was like, I have hit the jackpots of mother-in-laws here. She is amazing. We became very good friends. And again, I suppose if you're in love with someone and they've got, you know, it's likely to have an awesome mum that's like them too, right? And she is the best person that you could ever meet. Now, we got together in the July, and then the following May, so I know we've been together 10 months. She got diagnosed with, is it stage 3? God, I can't even remember now, but basically terminal cancer of bowel cancer. And it was devastating that suddenly, like this amazing person, we knew that we had limited time with her. Now, we made the most of that time that we had, right? So, you know, given a diagnosis of terminal cancer, we didn't think we had long left. Now, she lived with it for 5 years, okay? And her mindset and how she was the whole time with humor and positivity was something that I don't know if anyone's been around anyone who's knows they're going to die, but who is so optimistic, like open-minded and kind and sweet and funny, and is still living life, right? She never worried, she never wanted sympathy. She was just incredible, and we made the most of that time. We went away, we took her on holidays, we traveled, we did as much as we could. And she saw us get married, she saw us buy this house, she saw my brother-in-law get married, and it was my 30th birthday that she came here in this house. She came here to see us and to spend time with us. And we had a meal and we had this amazing day. I remember on the Sunday, and her saying how happy she was that, you know, her boys had just turned out so well. And she was just so happy and giddy. I remember she walked Jalen to Sainsbury's and back again. Now, from that day, she then went to my brother-in-law's, okay, in Oxford. And there's a reason I'm telling you all this, by the way. But she went to my brother-in-law's, which is in Oxford, because he was having his child, right? He was having his second child. And she was so happy. She got to hold her second grandchild. And then she went home. She was there for a few days with them, helping them. And I spoke to her about a week later on the phone, and she just did not sound the same. She didn't sound the same at all. She couldn't communicate properly. And basically over a few days, and I spoke to my husband about it. They got the doctors in, and they said, yeah, she was on her last few days, and it was just so sudden. It was so sudden. So we were like, we're going to go be there in the morning, and then we got everything ready to leave first thing in the morning, because we got a call late at night to say that things were changing, and we got a call at 6 a.m. to say she'd already died. It's obviously emotional. So I tell you this because not only did I see the power of your mind, right? Like someone who literally held out for every single moment before she went. And it really demonstrates the power that you have. You know, she literally saw her last grandchild be born, and so soon she went, right? But it was the start of where I'm at now. So after she died, obviously we went through mourning. Like it was obviously a horrible period. You know, it happened around Christmas. We buried on the 23rd of December. Sorry, I'm getting quite emotional, but still, it's still quite emotional, right? Even though this was 6 years ago. Yeah, it must be 6 years ago now. Sorry, I'm getting quite emotional with this one. But what happened after then was it re-affected me and my husband in different ways. So it made me realize that I can't just hold back. I've got to live my life, how precious life was, right? Maybe any of you who have lost someone like that have felt that way, you know, that like life's really precious and you have to make the most of every moment, right? Has anyone else felt like that? So I felt like that. My husband got reactive depression. Like he was really, really down. So it started affecting our relationship in the sense we reacted differently. And we were both mourning the same person too, because she was like a mum to me as well. So it affected us. Work started changing. I went back to work. They moved me to offices to some place I didn't know. So I didn't have any of the people that I worked with. They started taking away my parental rights I used to be able to work from home one day a week. They stopped that. And it was just one thing after another, okay? I could tell you a whole thing around that story. But my whole point is she died in December. By September, the 16th, actually, I made a decision. Things were getting bad. It was affecting my relationship with my husband, which was the most important thing to me, to stop working. I was no longer happy at that job. They were changing things. They'd taken away a lot of stuff. And I just literally was like, I can't do this anymore. And I decided to quit at that moment, and that I was going to go all in, because I've been thinking for ages about starting a business, and I've been looking at coaching. And I had a friend called Emily Williams. I don't know if you know who she is. Someone that we know, who had started a coaching business that had been very successful. And I had been thinking about it and looking into it. So at that moment where all this stuff happened, and it makes me feel sad that, you know, sometimes such dramatic things have to happen to push you into that place, right? Was when the teacher appeared. Okay, so my first ever mentor, which got me into the coaching industry. So there's a saying that when the pupil is ready, the teacher will appear. So I saw this was someone I knew who did a program with this person, Gina DeVee. Does anyone know who this is? Oh, yeah, you know Emily Williams. Yes, so Emily recommended her, and it was a year-long program. And I was like, I have to do this. I have to do this. I need to do something else. I need to retrain. And then, you know, everything I knew about the coaching industry, it just fitted me to the T. I'd been thinking about being a psychologist as well. But then when I heard about coaching, I was like, this is what I want to do. So I found out how much it cost, and it was £14,500 for the year. And I was like, how am I ever going to afford it? I don't have the money. And I remember telling my husband, he's like, oh, well, you can't do it then. I was like, yes, I am. Yes, I am. So I was like, how can I do this? You know, when I say to you about that saying, like, I change it to how, okay, I got to do this. I'm not going back to work. I have to change my life now. This isn't continuing. I have to do this. I like everything in my bones. And I remember when I told him how I was going to do it, like being so nervous and just like, oh, because it was a massive amount of money for me then, especially, and it is anyway, right? But it was such a big amount of money. And I was like, where am I going to get this money from? We just bought this house that needed all the renovating. Remember I told you that everything needed renovating. I had a young son, like all this stuff, right? There's all these reasons why I shouldn't, you know, all these other places my money had to go. And I was just like, it's got to happen. I'm like totally dedicated. I worked out all my money, all my savings, everything I had, and how long it would take me until I needed to make money, right? So I was like, okay, cool. Then I cashed in some shares that I had. I grabbed some savings, and then I was like, okay, I still got £8,000. It's like £8,300 for £8,300. I think that's what it was, 400. It was that kind of amount. Okay, how am I going to find that? So I applied for a credit card. Guess how much the limit was on the credit card? It was the same amount to the T. It was the same amount to the T. Like, talk about a sign. And I managed to do it. I managed to get it all together. Now with the program, it meant that I had to travel, as you can see, in Paris and the one below. I had to travel every 3 months. You know, I had to pay for to go away and do all of this and certification stuff and all of that. But I was just like, the money's going to come in. I trusted it because I was so passionate and I wanted it. And that was it. You know, I was focused on it. So it came in, you know, yeah, it was 14.5K. It's my first one. I spent 40 last year on mentorship. You know, like, it goes up, right? Like, because I invest in more mentors, right? So anyway, or high level mentorship, should I say? But the thing with this is, it was great and it was transformational and it was first steps. And I went there because, you know, it just sounded like what I needed and it provided what I needed. But what I did find is that nothing towards the mentorship or the program, but it wasn't my people. They weren't my people. This wasn't my tribe. There was things I didn't like about how it was facilitated and some of the coaching and some of the things about it. And it just wasn't my people. So as much as I did get something from it, you get something from every experience. And I'm so glad I did it. It wasn't the right fit for me. And obviously I've now, you know, I've continued to have mentorship and all of that stuff. And this was still a defining moment for me, and maybe you guys have had something the same. Thank you, everybody. Just having a look. The universe definitely has your back. But it was when I created my own tribe, that was what lit me up. My own people, right? Like you guys are that too, right? You know, step forward. Like, you know, bringing women together is my life's purpose, you know, and being able to run events and programs and do group programs and actually create my own, you know, it started with the Facebook group, you know, which I did, 4.5 years ago. And it's kind of just gone on from there, you know, and that's my life's purpose. And I think the only way you can truly bring in people that are like-minded is by kind of doing it yourself, kind of being visible and getting out there. So, you know, I've obviously created, so I've helped hundreds of women now start and grow successful online businesses. Can you see me in that picture, by the way, guys? That's me at Facebook. I was invited to Facebook for my contribution to groups. My group's nearly 5,000, the Female Entrepreneur Evolution. You can join that. I've got over 48,000 social media followers. I've spoke. It's so weird when you speak at big things, you can never see you, right? That was I'm actually right at the front there, tiny little thing, but I wouldn't normally put pictures like that. But I don't even know why I have that one on there, but I'm there speaking. I run a mastermind, the Female Entrepreneur Evolution Academy, mastermind days, actually workshops, 3-day business transformation. I've got digital products, courses. I affiliate, I speak. I've got a multiple 6-figure business now, and I have a super high retention rate, and all of that is amazing, and it has just been great. I'm so glad I did the leap. As many of you know, I'm a qualified NLP master coach as well. Again, these are the things I've done in my journey from taking that first step and doing that. But it makes me feel sometimes sad that I think that, you know, I had to be pushed to it, you know, those things had to happen. And I don't want that for you. And that doesn't happen for me anymore. But sometimes something in our life happens. And I think for many of us, this last year, right, has pushed us because there's nowhere else for us to go. If you've lost your job, if you've seen what's happening around you, you may have that push. Has anyone got that push right now? Thank you very much. Thank you. But you know, that's how it is. See, I've been cover coach of Coach magazine as well. It featured, some of you asked about the being seen. It's like featured Ideal Home. So the one on the right is House Beautiful. The one on the left is actually Ideal Home. Happy to show you some pictures. I think it's like a 6 and an 8 page spread on those. And I've got to, it's funny, I crossed this out and said, like, I get to travel the world for business and pleasure. Some of my business friends, some of you might know Shah or Ruth, or some of the people here, you may know, you may recognize. But like, you know, I got to travel. That's what I've put now because I miss traveling. I haven't been able to travel. Oh, I'm glad it resonates. And again, you know, in different places all the time. And I love doing that. And I wanted to travel. That was part of my goals, was to be able to travel and go on stages and learn and experience the world. But this is the thing that's actually the most important to me more than anything. Now, you might see, looking at the right, how lovely and cultivated and well done it is. And looking at the left, it's a bit of a mess. That's because I decided to add these last minute, okay? I decided, you know what, I wasn't sure if I wanted to share this stuff, but I was like, you know what, I'm just going to let you know, because this is the important stuff. So on the right, I thought I had a mouse. I don't have a mouse. On the right, obviously, that's my son Jalen. Being able to provide him a life that I could never have has been amazing, and obviously I'm so proud of him. Oh my God, I'm just getting so emotional. Me and my husband, obviously we've been together 12 years. We have a fantastic relationship, and he is a business partner and does things in my business too. I've got my fur babies, Lily and Jerry, and my family, and that means so much. But also being able to be there for others and contribute in a way that I could have never have done, like coming from where I come from, everything else, and be able to give more. And that really motivates me in my business. So I don't talk about this stuff enough, but so this picture, so on the bottom left, you see Greenpeace. Funny enough, this came up on my Facebook this morning, which I was like, oh, this is why I should share this stuff. Okay, so it came up, it was 4 years ago today that this happened, but I'm a member of the Greenpeace, and this is some stuff that we did, but it started then 4 years ago. So, I'm very much about conservation and protecting the planet and the environment, because again, without that, we don't have anything. And I've been a member of that. Picture with the cheetah. Again, I'm an ambassador at the World Cat Sanctuary, again, which protects conservation in our planet. And I go there every year. And then this was sent to me yesterday, so it's our annual report. So I also sponsor a girl in Mozambique, and I pay for all of her education, all of her supplies, so that she can have an education. And I'm going to be doing more work with them to actually be able to get more girls through school as well, because I think that at the basis of anything, every girl deserves an education, and to be given those experiences, and at a minimum. So being able to do these things, and I won't share too much. The bottom right is my niece, so that's me and my niece. Not bottom right, but next to the other picture. And a couple of years ago, so March 2 years ago, she was, and this is a whole story in itself, and you some of you will know about this, but she nearly died. She was in intensive care for 2 weeks on life support, and they didn't think she was going to make it. Whole other thing about that, and I could tell you about that another time, but she ended up spending 2 months in hospital, and I was able to be there for her 3 days a week, going there, like she was on her own. It was a horrendous time, but that my job allows me to do those things, just that my job allows me, my vocation allows me to be there for my niece when she's in hospital, that allows me to help and contribute to the world and others, is really meaningful too. So yes, the work that I do, but also this. Oh, you're so sweet. You're so sweet. I don't say it to that. I just say it because this is what I want to contribute. Yours could be different, but this is what's really important to me. And this as well. So, and this again, I want you to see it for yourself, the ripple effect of what it is that we do. I don't know if she's here right now. Rowena, are you here? One of my clients who's a fantastic homeopath. I saw this come up on Facebook, and it made me so emotional reading this, okay, because she's a homeopath, and this was a testimonial that came up on the page that someone wrote. So I'm so lucky to have had amazing support from Rowena during my recent pregnancy. After pregnancy with so many complications which resulted in the loss of my baby girl, I asked for advice from Rowena on how I could stay as healthy as possible and for support with treating reoccurring symptoms. She guided me through the pregnancy, where I managed to avoid all infections and deliver my healthy daughter. As someone that usually catches everything, I can honestly say that I have never been so well. If you are looking for alternative treatment or remedy, I can't recommend Rowena enough. So thankful for your help. Now, this is the ripple effect, okay? I can't help somebody. Oh, thank you. I can't help somebody conceive, okay? But my work in helping someone build their business helps other people who can do that. I don't know, do we have any homeopaths or people that help with anything to do with health, right? Obviously, it's all different things, okay? It's all different things. We all help in different ways. But this is just one example, okay? One tiny example of like someone who, one of my incredible clients, she's worked with me for 2.5 years. She was done the academy, she's now in the mastermind, and actually, she's done everything. Actually, she's done everything. But her growing her business has meant that she has helped someone who could not have a baby. And this is the ripple effect. Okay, this is the ripple effect of our work. That when we do things, we help people in ways that they can help people do things, and it has this amazing ripple effect. So when we talk about business and sales and visibility, like it can just sound a little bit blah, or just, you know, it can sound a bit surface level, but this is why I do it, okay? And I think that these kinds of reasons are why you do it, because this is the important stuff. This is what we're really doing. When we get visible, we're doing this stuff. When we make sales, we are doing this stuff. This is what it means. This is the stuff behind, okay? So I really want to demonstrate this, obviously to share my own story, but because I've obviously helped other people, but I want you to do the same. I want you to understand that you can do this too, okay? There's nothing special about me. I just invested in myself and did the work and had a dream and was determined to make it come true, and still am, right? It's never over. It doesn't finish. Still doing that. So you can do this too. It's completely possible, okay? And your definition of what that looks like is going to be different from mine, or, you know, maybe it may be similar, I don't know, but it will be different. But it's what makes your heart sing, okay? It's what lights you up. And we've got to understand that when we go forward and we become visible and we make our business a success, we can help so many more people. So making sales isn't like just having money in the bank, is it? It's about, I can now help someone have an education. I can now, you know, help give my son a different life. I can now contribute more, okay, from a space of being full, so that I can help more people. Yeah. So I hope that that makes sense. Yeah. Cool. So I always like to start anything I do, and we are so not going to finish at 1:15. Let's just see how we get on. I will try and speed up, but I think it's important that we establish this stuff. So I like to always start a masterclass with an affirmation, okay? An affirmation. So what I want us all to do right now is just to take a deep breath in and all the way out. And maybe just one more just to calibrate our energy a little bit more. So just a deep breath all the way in and all the way out. And together as a, you know, as a circle, as a group of women, I want you to say this, whether you want to say it in your head or out loud. It's my time to get visible and make my personal and business dreams come true now. So one more time, I'd like you to say it. It's my time to get visible and make my personal and business dreams come true now. Okay. How did that feel? You can type it as well if you wish. But that is our affirmation. That is what we're going to do. Yes, exactly. I agree. I can help others because I just can afford or have a wee bit more than others. Yes, exactly. Amazing. So let's get on with the main part of the masterclass. Now, what we're going to do. Okay, cool. Should be good for time. I'm going to go for it fairly quickly. Goosebumps all over. Good. I love goosebumps. Goosebumps are a good thing. So I'm going to go over this, and I'm going to just quickly give you the fabric, the work, the blueprint, the things that you need to know. All right. So as I go through these things, I want to, loving all the goosebumps. Fantastic. So as I go through these things, just take note of, I don't know that yet. I need to know that. I mastered that. Okay. So as I kind of mention these things, I want you just to think about how much of this do you know, do you need to master? Because the system that I'm going to show you, this is in the exact order that you need to know it, okay? And whether you are, and I'll just kind of put the first one, what we're going to do, which is clarify and create, whether you are completely new to business, or if you've been in business before, anytime you do anything new, you're going to have to go through these areas. You're going to have to keep reevaluating these areas. So are you excited to learn what they are, what they entail? So just take a mental note, type it out. I'll see your comments. Write it down as we go through the system. So let's start with the first part that you need to know, that you need to do. Yes, it's my time to get visible and make my personal business dreams come true now. So clarify and create. So these are the things that we need to know. So the first thing is you need to know what you want, your goals and your values. Your values are a huge part of what it is that you do. So how they come across in your business, in the decisions you make, they're a big part. So it always starts with knowing, well, what is it you want to achieve? And we've done a lot of that this week, right? You need to have a good relationship with money and mindset around money, okay? You're going to self-sabotage if you haven't got that, if you don't have all your processes in place, if you don't have the right mindset around money. This is where you're going to keep yourself stuck. This is where, even just things like, I work with women, they don't have business accounts or they don't look at their accounts. It's really important that we work on this regularly, okay? So as you're seeing these things, I'm going to go through fairly quickly so I can fit them all in because there's a lot of stuff. Just make a note, do I need to work on that? Is it something that I do? Is it something I need to take care of? Okay. Have all your business systems set up. Okay. By the way, at the end of each thing, I'm going to give you a little action to do. All right. So don't worry. So the blueprint's going to be created from the action. All right. So I'm going to give you an action to do. So have all your business systems set up. This is your email system. There's so many, right? Your Stripe accounts, all of the systems and stuff that you need to have in your business. You need to have them set up so that you are set up for the success you need. Call links, all of that type of stuff, depending on what you do. You need to know who your ideal client is, your niche and your target market, and their greatest needs, especially right now, okay, because they change. So my question for you is, do you know who your ideal client is? They change and their needs change all the time. So we always need to be tapping in, doing target market research, really understanding, because often sales don't happen because you're not speaking specifically to one person, okay? You're not being clear enough with who it is, all right? So this is an important part. And again, if you've got problems in your business, often it can stem from this foundational pieces that we're looking at right now. The specific problems you solve. You need to know, what are the specific problems that I solve? Every single one of you, no matter what it is that you do, you're problem solvers. Okay, you are all problem solvers. So just write that down if you want. Type that out. I am a problem solver. So whatever it is you do, this is why I work with women in different types of industries, because it's at the end of the day, we are all solving problems. And that's what we have to market. People come to you for a solution to their problem, no matter what it is that you do. Okay, so what's the problem you solve? Okay, what's the problem you solve? And you've got to understand, what is the highest chunk? What's the thing that people would pay the most for, or not just pay the most for, but like invest the most in, see as the most important thing? Because once you define that and you find what those are and you speak to that specific problem, to that specific person, your business will fly, absolutely fly. So do you know what the specific problems are that you solve? I'm a problem solver. Yes, you are. We all are problem solvers. A brand, a business mission and values. So you need to have clear branding, a business mission, again, values for your business. Again, this is going to help and influence everything that you do around your business. Confidence in yourself and your product. Now, we covered that yesterday, so don't go too much because I want to fit everything in. Great product that's clear to your audience and your clients, and something that they want. People will only buy it if they want it. So again, when you've done all the foundational parts, you will create something that people generally want, that fits a need, that solves their problem. So the last one, branding. So another part, and this isn't necessarily the thing you need to start with, but if you really want to build your business and you want a six-figure business, you want your branding to reflect who it is, who you are, what it is that you do. You get a feel, like you probably get a feel from my branding, the colors that I use, the way we've done it, where I'm at in business, or, just a part of my personality. And that's what you want to, okay? So first thing then is, a confused mind always says no. And I think I've said this a few times, right? So ask yourself this question: am I clear on all of these things? Which do I need to be clear on? So I want to give a moment for you guys to type in and answer honestly, am I actually clear on all of these things? And which is it that you need to be clear on? Especially if there's one that came up and you're like, oh God, I'm really not sure now. Because this changes all the time, okay? It changes all the time. Whenever we're up leveling, we're creating new programs and products, we've got to do this work. We've got to keep redoing this part. Yeah. So what else? I know it takes a little bit of a moment for me to see this. So I'm going to have a look. I'm going to carry on, just because obviously I want to make sure that I'm doing things within a certain time. But let me just demonstrate one of my clients here. Okay, so Donna, who again she did the academy last year. She's the owner of skincare and lasering, has her own shop, her own salon in Ireland. And when she did this in the academy, she did like the money mindset part, which is right at the beginning. Okay, it's in the clarify and create section. She said, I'm blown away by what's happened. I went back to my salon and I'm having my best weeks ever in business after doing the money work. It's never been so busy. She also said about it being so easy and effortless as well. Sales have been coming online effortlessly. So she was starting to get things online. She started an app as well. And all she really worked on and focused on, she did do a bit of social media in that, but the money work was the one that she was like, wow, this has been just life-changing. I see money differently, I think of it differently. And her salon just went through the roof when she came back, but also her online sales for all her skin products, as well as creating her app. So Really, really important. Hey, Sinead, great to see you, lovely. So let's go into the next bit. So somebody said I need to be clear on my service problem solving. Yep, awesome, cool. So let's go into the next part, attract and grow. So a clear strategy to success. So you need to have, what I see a lot of people do is they just throw spaghetti at the wall and hope something sticks. Now, the thing is, if you try and do everything and a bit of everything and a bit of everything, you never give it long enough to know if it works. So you've got to have a clear strategy. Oh, my phone's dropping. That you've rinsed and repeated, but you know it works. Okay, so a clear strategy to success, something that you do, rather than just trying out loads of things. And I see that a lot online. I don't know if you guys, if you ever just like, you know, see people online and you see someone says, oh, this is the way to do it. No, this is the way to do it. Oh, you need to have PR. Oh no, you need to do this on social media. Oh no, you need to do this. And you're just like, oh my God, okay. Don't listen. You need your own strategy and you need to focus on one path, because again, it's the whole thing of staying in your own lane, right? But stay on your own path. I don't like the word stay in your own lane. I kind of like your own path, your own journey, because if you keep changing it and if it's not clear, you're going to be all over the place, and so will your results, and you won't have any information to go by, right? So a strong personal brand. So again, you don't have to have a personal brand, but for many of the people that so if you're, you know, a course creator, if you're a content marketer, right, a personal brand is really going to help you, because that's what stands out. When many of you told those stories earlier, well, when was it? Tuesday we did those, didn't we? And some of you have been doing it since. You know, that was your personal brand coming out. And many of you got a good response, right, from your audience, because you connected heart to heart. It's what separates you and makes you stand out. So grow an audience of customers and ideal clients. We don't just want numbers. We want to be focusing on an audience of customers and ideal clients. Grow your business funnel, so your traffic source. So I'm going to mention these in a moment, because there's 3 different ways. This is how we get visible, okay? I'm going to go into this. This is going to be your next teachable. Free, affiliate, and paid. So you need to be having constant leads come in, all right? I'm going to talk about this in just a second. Content creation. So again, consistent, high value, aligned content that you're putting out all the time. How do you feel? So are you putting out consistent content? How do you feel about your content right now? And remember, everything is content. So, you know, you can look at my content creation toolkit. I know a lot of you have got that, which is amazing. I don't know if you started using it yet. Obviously, a lot of you just got it. But, you know, the content creation toolkit is like, you know, traditional kind of content posts, you know, infographics with text. But this is content, what I'm doing right now. All week I've been doing content. The emails I send out content. My website is content, right? So everything is content, all right? You can't get away from it, because it's content, right? Social media, again, when you're starting out, I always say focus on less. So if you're going to have social media channels, it's better to be really great at 1 or 2 than it is to be on all of them, okay? Build up your audience and you can move them to other places, okay? So that is going to help you as well. So 3 ways to get traffic and be visible. So, you know, I said there's different ways of being visible. Here they are for you guys. So you can pick which one is going to work for you, all right? Well, there's kind of 4, isn't there? But 3 main ones. So there's doing it for free. So social media, blogs, website, that is your free way of bringing in traffic. So this is bringing in leads. This is getting visible. This is building your audience, okay? So that's one way, is the free way. The paid way is through advertising. So Google ads, Facebook ads, YouTube ads, Instagram ads. Many of you probably tell me for an Instagram ad. Affiliate, so other people's platforms. So affiliate is in, you know, you give people a commission for advertising your stuff. Also, you know, actually going on other people's podcasts. So it's the relationship way. So other people have built their audiences. You know your ideal clients there. So you start collaborating with people that have your audience. And again, in-person event stages, networking, we can't do that right now, but we can do online networking, okay? So these are the ways that you can focus on. And the best thing is that you can definitely recap, lots to catch up on. Cool. I don't know what that was, the rest of that says, I can't see it. But I'm glad you're loving it, Stacey. So yes, so, you know, you just pick that. So the best way when you're, as you're creating this strategy, is to pick one of them that I'm going to hone in and focus just on that. So for me, I started with the free way, right? Lots of content, lots of that stuff. Then I started adding in ads, and now I'm going to start adding in more affiliate stuff. So like, but I've built my business up over years. If you're not already creating 6 figures a year, then you want to be getting really good at one of them. I know people that say just focus on one thing or one platform to get to 7 figures, right? Focus on one, get really good at it, then add another one in, because you're going to need team. I only do this because I've got a team. I don't do the ads myself. I have an ads manager, right? So focus on one of these, pick one, that's your traffic source, that's your way of growing your audience. Okay, does that make sense? Does that sound good? Okay, cool. Yep, awesome. So, oh, have I just gone backwards? I've just gone backwards. Let me go the other way around. Okay, so here's an example. So Rowena, who I mentioned a minute ago, since she joined the academy, she left her teaching job. She was a science teacher in a private school, and during the pandemic, she's had her highest months in business. So again, talking about last year, and I wanted to give some real life examples. She was having her best months consistently, going over £1,000 over her income goal, and now I want to bring her up for the content part that we were just talking about, because Rowena was absolutely terrified of being online, like absolutely terrified. And now she does lives all the time. She's got a beautiful brand and business. People get attracted through her branding all the time, through her content that she puts out. And this was a big deal for her. She does online events and her business is doing so well. She now has other homeopaths and people come to her to ask, how has she been so successful in such a short amount of time, you know, compared to how long they've been doing it. So people are noticing and actually coming to her, and she's speaking about that for certain people too. But she's a family homeopath, especially for women, and she's amazing. Actually, she's been my homeopath too, so she's absolutely fantastic. So there's another example. Build and launch. So community. So building your online community. So you want to be making sure that you have a community to sell to, an audience to sell to, so you actually have one. So I call this my progressive product pipeline. I'm going to show you this in a moment, what this looks like. So you want to have a progressive product pipeline, which basically means that you cover different areas and you're diversifying what you sell. Now, the best way of me to tell you about this is to show you. So I'm going to show you that in just a moment. So building your personal brand, this is you talking, this is you getting out there, this is you feature on other people's platforms as well, or collaborating with other people in your industry or in similar industries. Sales pages that sell, websites, and knowing how to write a decent sales page, a decent funnel, opt-in pages. Many of you came in through my opt-in pages. So being able to create those things, have those things that work. Mine convert really, really highly. Being able to know how to launch, so doing launches and also having evergreen ways of selling so that you can sell all the time. So knowing how to successfully launch your programs and product and your business, okay, just starting there. So having the perfect funnel and lead magnet. So again, just checking and go, have I got this? Do I know how to do it? Have I got this? Do I know how to do this? You know, like just keep asking yourself so you know what you've got to put in the list of things that you need to master, right? The perfect funnel and lead magnet. So again, this is how people are going to come to you. This is your free opportunity. This is where you take people to the next level. An email list. How many of you have an email list? Let me know. And being able to communicate with them so that you can grow your email list, because that's directly going to contribute to how big your audience is, how much money you make, and it's a way of kind of keeping all leads in one place where you own it, because social media, like, you know, the algorithms change, you don't own that, but your list you do. Okay, so it's really important you protect it. So here is an example of my product pipeline so you can see it. And this is what, again, if you work with me, we create this for you. We have all this stuff set out. So as you can see at the bottom, is the free stuff. So again, this is what you guys are at right now. This is the level that you're at. Some of you have already progressed to products because you have the toolkit, yeah? So it kind of filters through. So it makes things much easier, but you need to have a diversity of different products so that you can meet people at different places, especially now, okay? So again, it's also an ascension model. So people, as they work, they progress. Rowena was a fantastic example because she's done all of these things. She's literally done all of them, but she started with the free and then the products and the courses, and she's moved through them, right? So she's a great example because she's been working with me for so long. So, you know, that's, you know, this is mine, and obviously it gets more expensive and more elite and less of it, the higher it goes, okay? So people naturally filter through to the different levels, you know, rather than you having to sell 5 different things all at the same time. Everything connects. So I'm going to show you, this is the example of my client, and I'm just going to tell you, she in 4 months created a whole product pipeline. Okay, so this is Suzanne. She's an NLP trainer, female success coach, started working with me just nearly a year ago now. She joined me in the mastermind, but her business has grown massively since she started working with me. She's created her dream group program, launched it 3 times, with 100% close rate as well, which she was never able to do. She said she was awful at sales calls. She I helped her create a new NLP diploma course as well. In the first week, she sold 55 spaces in that. And she obviously does her NLP training, and she's been hitting now consistent 5-figure months every month, exceeding her income goals. So if I go back to this, I can show you that in 4 months. So when Suzanne came to me, she had, obviously I put my things here, there's a name for all of these. She just had her NLP training, which would be, I can't point, which is really annoying, which would be nearer the top, okay? Her NLP standard and master training. We at the free level, so at the bottom, she's got like a mindset audio that people go to. Her products, the next level, she's got her diploma for NLP. Then she's got, in between that, she's then got her course. She had a short course. She's got her 3-month, again, this is like a mindset accelerator course. And then she's got her NLP and her NLP master level, and she's going to have a mastermind. She did all of that within 4 months, and then she's launched it 3 times since, and it just works amazingly. So just an example of how quickly you can do that. And she's been able to bring constant reoccurring income in. And again, it's easy because everything flows, okay? It flows. So just to give you a real example, sales and convert. So we want to sell and convert. So we want to be knowing how to make consistent sales with profit, okay? There is no point making sales if you have no profit. Everybody on the online space talks about sales. No one's talking about their profit margins, which is one of the reasons I spoke about that earlier in this year, because my accountant, she has over 250 clients. Obviously, she has a team, but she deals mainly with coaches. And she said, honestly, look, these numbers, what you're getting, no one's getting this. You need to be talking about this. Like you practice what you preach, talk about it. And I did. And I mentioned about my profit margins and what I took out as a dividend. And everyone was really, really nice. But I got a horrible comment too. I had somebody say that, during this time, mentioning that you could make other people feel bad, blah, blah, blah. So just for those of you who worry about negative comments, no matter anything you say, people will find a way to criticize, okay? So sales calls and presentations. Okay, so do you know how to effectively do a sales call? Yeah, exactly. It annoys you that they just, do your sales figures. Amazing women, love these stories. Awesome. Glad you love these stories. Cool. And again, it's against seeing yourself, all right? This isn't just about me. It's about these people. You are these people. You can be these people, right? So sales calls and presentations, like, do you know how to sell effectively? Can you do an effective sales call? What's your conversion rate? I just gave you an example of one of my clients. Presentations, do you know how to do a presentation? Do you know how to do sales presentations, like, something like this, where you're presenting online, or it could be in person, it could be to someone else's group, that type of thing. Dealing with objections. I really want to read your comments, but I get negative comments are never about you. Yes, exactly. And I knew that from what you said. Yeah, exactly. Dealing with sales objections. So do you know how to effectively deal with sales objections? So one of the ways that we do this, and I teach through the academy, is obviously dealing with them before they happen through your content, okay? So dealing with them before they happen, which is why you end up getting the 100% conversion rate, because you filter the right people in, okay? Because you deal with that stuff and you filter the right people in. All of this stuff that I've showed before, it helps get the right people when it comes to this bit. But you do need to know how to deal with them on the spot too, right? Diversity in what you sell, I gave an example. So again, if you're only selling one thing, that can put you liable to, like, if that market or something happens in that one space, if something happens to that, then you've got no other way of making money. So what I want to work with you to do is to obviously have a bit of diversity, so it secures your business more. And for some of you, it could be that you affiliate with other people. It could be that you have, a network marketing thing is in place. It could be that you do some coaching one-on-one. It could be that you have a course or a program, right? It could be different for all of you in what you do. It could be that you package things up, but you've got a few different ways that money can come in, okay? Rather than only one way of money that comes in for your business, yeah? Does that make sense? So ask yourself, do I have enough diversity in what I sell? Okay, if something was to happen to that one thing and no one could buy it, would I be what would happen, because that's really important. A money roadmap, so being able to and we have sheets and stuff for this as well. So a money roadmap is like knowing how do I make that money, exactly, having a roadmap to get to it. And we're going to be looking at that in just a moment in a little way. Team. So again, as you build your business, you do need a team, because you want to be working in your zone of genius. So do you have a team? Do you have help? Do you have people that can do the things that you don't naturally do or you're not good at? Okay, learning to start bringing people in so you can build a team. Let me just have a sip of water. And finally, the next level is obviously having ads, doing partnerships, affiliates, media, and more. That's where you can start adding these things in. Like I said, unless you've got to a certain level already, you just want to get really lean and focus on one thing in one area. Then you start adding stuff in, okay? But as you grow, like when you're at my level, for example, you would want to be adding more of these things in, okay? So you start adding different ways that, like say, partnerships, affiliates, media, ads, you can do multiple things, but you need the team to support them. So you've got to have a team in place, because you can't do all this yourself and manage it all. It would drive you crazy, okay? So let me give you an example of amazing Sonia. So I'm going to be doing something on Monday where you're going to get to, would you like to meet some of these people? Because Sonia's one of them. The others I think are all different from what I've got here. But Sonia is actually one of them. I absolutely adore Sonia. So during lockdown, like Sonia's worked in the academy with me, and then she did the mastermind. She had the best financial months ever in her business. So Seed Nutrition is a network marketing company. So she does something with them, and she turned me to them because I bought their stuff and I love it. And also she's an anxiety mentor as well. Okay, so again, that was what we added in. She was just doing network marketing. She's also an anxiety mentor now. She's had her best financial months in business and built her team massively. She finally created the course she said for ages she was going to do, and she signed up 4 times the amount of people. So I did make her, like she said, charging more. I made her put her prices up, and I also made her expect to have more people sign up, okay? And she did it. You know, she was going to charge something very ridiculous for it and only had this amount. I was like, why not? Why don't we open this up more? And because we did that, she got 4 times the amount that she originally wanted. And also she made a lot more because she charged more as well. You know, and she said she'd never do it without my support. And she's going to talk a little bit about that on Monday. If you come along, we're going to do a live session on Monday, and I'm going to bring some of these people so you can really hear from them and hear their story as well. That'd be great. Awesome. Thank you. So 3 ways that you can sell. So when we focus on selling, you just want to pick one way to master it first, okay? So one-on-one calls. So get really good at one-on-one calls, and that's how you sell. Again, it depends on what you do, right? It could be that you do one-to-many, so webinars, online events, challenges, that type of thing, right? So you sell to many people at the same time, which is more of a presentation way of selling. Or it can be just digital, so you can get really good with sales pages, funnels, emails, and you just sell things digitally, right? We can't do the in-person events, networking, and all of that, okay? Again, I've done that. I did it last year. This time last year, I was doing that as well as online. But pick one. So which would you pick? Okay, which would you pick? So again, we're trying to create a strategy. Which one do you want to master first? Don't try and master every single one at the same time, because you see other people do it. That's where you fall down. Master one, then add another. Master one, then add another. Master one, then add another. And you need to build up the team and the support, right? And then those other things that you have, like, they then become second nature, right? So which one? Okay, which one? So I'll give you a second to have a look. And this is the last part that connects everything, okay? NLP and mindset. Okay, we've got digital, we've got one-on-one calls. What else have we got? One-to-many. Awesome. And again, you'll know if you've already mastered one, then your time is another one, right? I want to master digital sales, fantastic, right? And I do all of these things. One-on-one I don't need to do as much anymore because I don't tend to do it as much as I used to do. Though actually, I'll tell you something a little bit later. But so we're now in the NLP mindset. This is what combines it all, okay? So the fabric of everything is our neuro-linguistic programming and our mindset. So this involves being able to communicate with your language to yourself and to other people. This is your internal dialogue. What are you saying to yourself? Because you are either propelling yourself or you're limiting yourself with your internal dialogue all the time. Language, again, the language that you use in your content and your web pages, how you speak to your clients, all of it transforms their results and your results. So the way I'm able to get my clients to make so much more money and achieve their expectations is because of how I talk to them and how I get them to talk to themselves. So I get them to change it. I catch the words that people say all the time, and I make them banish certain words, I make them say different things, and therefore that, you know, all of that changes quite quickly, and they get better results because they've stopped telling themselves certain things. One of my clients, I don't know if she's going to end up coming on here later, she kept saying stuck, using the word stuck, I'm stuck, I'm stuck. And I raised it. I was like, you're not allowed to use the S word anymore. You can't say that, because you keep saying I feel stuck, you get more stuck. She got rid of the word, she became unstuck, all the ideas started flowing to her, right? Obviously there's other things, there's other elements to it, but these are so essential, your energy, so your personal energy. So how many of you this week have said to me, you've got such great energy? I think that's like one of the biggest compliments I've seen. I keep seeing, I love your energy, great energy, right? Your energy is really important, okay? Like for your own health and well-being, but also how it comes across, okay? So energy is a big one, all right? What you believe, so what your beliefs are, again, we covered this earlier in the week. Your mindset around money and success, and I mentioned that earlier. Your focus, again, what you focus on expands. If you're focusing on the fact that you're not getting enough leads, guess what's going to happen? You're going to carry on getting no leads, right? So the things that you're focusing on, the same with your strategy. Yes, it will be. Your state, I don't know if this is delayed, it might not make sense. Energy is everything, it is infectious, yes. Power of the mind, yes. Like a self-fulfilling prophecy, exactly. So your state, again, you know, if you're in a positive state, a negative state, a confident state, what's the opposite of confident? What would be the opposite of confident? But I don't know. Low self-esteem, I don't know, but whatever state it is, you know, depressed state, that's going to affect your results, the state that you're in. So one of the things we do, and again, when you work with me in the academy, we cover all of this because we need to get you into a really great state before you go on to sales calls, before you do presentations, you know, whatever you do. Okay, this week obviously is taking a lot of energy. You know, I said to you about energy one way, and then, you know, it coming back and stuff. Obviously, it takes a lot because I'm containing the whole thing, right? My energy is just coming this way right now, so I have to be able to control my state and my energy, okay, so that I don't burn out. All right, and you guys will need to do that too, you know, whatever it is you're doing, especially like even if you're a mom and, you know, right now you're trying to homeschool and run your business and clean the house, like that's all to do with your state and your energy. And we learn techniques and you can do things so that you can master that. Oh, that's the last one. Reclusive, yes, that would be, yeah, reclusive, yeah, exactly. I was trying to think, what would be the opposite? So why wouldn't you ask yourself this question? Why wouldn't you be able to get visible and make sales online? Okay, and then a common belief: I need to wait until, I can't until. And a new belief: when something aligns with what I want, I take action now. Okay, so again, a question for yourself: why wouldn't you be able to get visible, make sales? And I need to wait until X has happened. I can't until, right? The excuses, we spoke about this earlier in the week. Change it to a new belief, which is when something aligns. I'm not saying say yes to everything, right? We all know what happened in that movie, in that book, when he said yes to everything. I'm not saying do that. I'm saying when it aligns, okay? So if it aligns to you getting visible, if it aligns to you getting your goals, if it aligns to you making sales, assuming that's what you want because you're here right now, right? Then you want to take action, okay? You want to do it in the now. Whenever you do a goal in any area, right? Even if it's fitness or diet, whatever it is, do something to obtain it straight away so that you can cement that in, okay? Don't go and wait because it just goes. That feeling doesn't stay. Did any of you know the 5-second rule that by Mel, what's her surname? Robinson. Mel Robinson, right? And she talks about this and how the brain works. Like, because if you leave that impulse, these are divine guidance. This is your unconsciousness getting through. This is the thing, but your mind will block it and it will stop you because it's out of the comfort zone. So she literally says, give yourself 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, do something, because if you wait, that's when you lose the opportunity and you lose that momentum. We need to stop doing that because we're pulling ourselves back every time we do that, right? Exactly. Mama Free here. Yeah, exactly. So all of this is important for all of this. Yes, Mel Robinson. Robbins, that's it, not Robinson. Thanks, that's it. Mel Robbins. I don't know where Robinson came from. The other one as well is to change. Again, it's another little mindset thing for you. I can't, change it to how can I? Okay, how can I? Or just I can, right? Change I can't to I can. The I can challenge. So if you try this is something you can do for the next 30 days. That everything that happens that you say I can't, change it to I can. I reckon we'll be done for 1:30, by the way. So it'll be about an hour and 15, like I said. So I think it would be good. So, you know, change it to I can. So I did this. I remember pushing some weights before with my legs and just going up and up. And I kept saying, I can. I ended up pushing all of the weights just because I said I can. Okay. Language is powerful. If you come to any of my workshops or presentations, I demonstrate this in the room. So any of you may have been to any, I demonstrate physically that with a you know, a participant from the audience, and it's easier for me to do it there. Try it yourself. Change I can't into how can I, if it's something you can't do, or, you know, when you do the I can challenge, say I can and say I can't, and just see what becomes available to you. Yes, you can. Awesome. So here it is. Here is the success system. You might, and if you want to take a picture or anything, you can. But that is it complete. Clarity and create, attract and grow, build and convert, build and launch, sell and convert, and the center of it all is you and your NLP and mindset. And they work on each area, how you communicate, how you come across, controlling your state, controlling your focus, controlling your energy. It is the thing that binds it all together. Okay. So I hope that's clear. Now, based on this, what areas, and I want you to answer this question now, what areas do you need to work on most from seeing this? And then you can just silently ask yourself, how will I learn the things that you've never done? Okay. But starting with what areas do you need to work on most from seeing this? Again, it could just be the whole overall area. It could be something specific. What do you need to work on most? Let me know in the comments. Now, carry on doing that. And I just want to carry on so I don't end up spending too long on everything. But this is how you create your six-figure blueprint. One clear goal, one clear message and ideal client, one core offer you are selling, fixing one main pain point, one traffic source. That's it. So this isn't all of it. I'm going to tell you the next part, but this is it. Focus on one goal, focus on one clear message and ideal client, one core offer you are selling, fixing one main problem, and one traffic source. That is what you want to focus on until you hit success with that one thing. Everything. Okay, cool. I can help with that. Self-confidence, relationship with money, attract and grow for me. Cool. Build and launch, self-confidence, mindset. My focus is all over the place. Yeah, and we never get anywhere. I know that I get my best goals when I'm focused. Anyone else, right? When I focus and I know what I want, that's when it all happens, right? Putting it all together, yes, the clarity and traffic. Six-figure plan. So here's an example of how you can make six figures in a year, all right? So what you want to do is, and this is something for you to work out. Obviously, you're not going to have to do this on this, you know, this masterclass right now. But here's an example. Emma is a coach, and her packages are 2.5K. So I'm a big deal. Like if you work with me, we will package things up because we can make you make more money, and we're going to create a more invested client when you do that. So just say whatever you're doing, you end up working in packages in some way. Like I said, I work with someone, you know, people in network marketing, and I help them create a course, right? So they still do the network marketing, but then they create a course, or they're in the beauty industry and then they create a course around that. So whatever it is, because I know not all of you are coaches or consultants or course makers or things like that. Not all of you are that, but there are always ways, okay, that we can look at what you do and package it. But if her package is 2.5K and she gets 3 clients, so all she's got to focus on is getting 3 clients a month, that equals £90,000 a year, okay? Now, if she has a lead offer, which just say it's a £250 course, and she launches it twice a year and gets 60 people in it, just 2 launches, that's another 15,000. So she makes more than £100,000 a year, right? So a simple little equation like that to show you that focusing on just getting 3 clients a month and doing 2 launches a year, and what would happen is from those launches, she would get a lot of those clients, she can make 6 figures. So can you just see that it's very possible for you to be able to do this, right? Can you see now that it is possible for you to have a successful online business, get visible and make sales? Let me know. Can you see that it's possible for you? I want some of that cake. What have I missed here? Same, I get overwhelmed. Yes, that is a big problem. Cool. Well, I can't see. Jesus, that's amazing. So you're talking about this now. Okay, cool. There's a little bit of a delay. Never seen money like that. Okay, cool. But it's so possible. But see, like, it doesn't even have to be that for you. You could halve that. But 3 clients a month, 2 launches a year. Can you see how simple that can be? It doesn't need to be that you're hustling and working all the time. And of course, that's what I teach and train, all of that stuff, right? So what I want to ask you is, How many of you are feeling like this? So let's just say this is the first one, number one. How many of you are like excited about the possibilities and all the things that can happen and the week that we've had? And how many of you are feeling a little bit like this, like, oh my God, there's so much stuff to do. I don't know how to do it all. How am I going to do that? Maybe a little bit overwhelmed. Okay. Which one are you? Or maybe you're a combination of both. You are excited about the possibility and all these things you could do, but at the same time you're confused on, okay, exactly how am I going to do that, and how am I going to learn this, and will I actually do it? Oh my God, there's this in the marketing and that, and I'm not sure how I'm going to do this. So which one are you? So are you a combo? Are you one, the first one, two, the second one, or are you both? Right? Which one? Which one's your favorite gift? Which are you feeling like right now? I love these gifts. I love them. So excited. So which are you? So I want to get the engagement going up now. Okay, so let's get the engagement going up. I'm going to be able to look at your comments more, a little bit more now as well, because we're going to go into Q&A not too long. We'll be going into Q&A, so please do stay. Unless you have to go, please do stay if you can, so that you can be at the Q&A too, because it's going to be live. Excited and overwhelmed. Yeah, both. Oh my God, yes, I'm going to be rich this time next year. Yay! Excited. It's a lot of info, but I'm attempting a little at a time. Yep, I'm so excited. But we're a bit confused. Yes, because there's a lot of stuff. And look, this is the thing. All right, there's a lot of stuff. Oh, is it going to move? Oh, there we go. Wait a minute. There we go. Got stuck then. So there's a lot of stuff. So I don't want you to feel bad about like being confused. That's quite normal, right? It's a lot of different things, and it takes time to master that. And how are you going to know the things you don't know? Now, that's completely normal. And I'm going to go back into that in a second. But what I want you to do is I just want you to try something on. I want you to imagine that if you had a week like this week, okay? So think about all the things that you did this week. Think about the momentum you've had this week, all right? And if you were to build on that, doing more and more, not the same stuff, right? Building on it more and more each week after week, right? And you're fully supported. You got told what you needed to do. You got the focus like I've been guiding you. What would that look like to you? Where would you be 4 months from now? Okay. If you were doing this every single week for the next 4 months, let's just say, how would you feel? And what would it sound like? What would you hear internally? What would you be saying to yourself? Because I think just like when we buy clothes, right? It's always good to try something on before we buy to feel like, what is it? Because if we try something on in a shop, we're more likely to keep it, right? Than if we go and make a better decision than if we don't, right? So I want you to try that on right now. I want you to just imagine for a second, how would it feel? And I just want you to give me a word. Just tell me, what does that feel like? Empowered. On fire. Yes, I love that. Give me your word. Fire in the belly. Yeah. So 4 months from now, what you've been doing this week, right? The momentum that you've done, not the exact actions, right? They would change slightly every week, but you are building on this momentum week after week after week after week after week after week. Where would you be 4 months from now? Okay. I gave you the example of Suzanne. Like, she created a whole product pipeline in 4 months. She made 5-figure months, and she's now consistently making 5-figure months, right? It's different for everyone and your own goals, but what you want to achieve is completely possible if you keep this momentum going. It would be amazing. So much time to organize everything. Like, was that Conor McGregor? Amazing, super confident, empowered, excited, abundant, financially stable, residual butterflies, passive income. Awesome. I'm loving these words. Okay. But just feel into that, okay, in that space if we were to continue it. Because I want to ask you something, all right? So what we've had this week, you know I love my gifts here, right? We've had a summer fling, all right? It's been a summer fling. We've had an intense, passionate week, right? It's not quite over yet, which is great, right? But we've had this summer fling. And the other option and the other thing is a committed long-term relationship, right? I absolutely love The Notebook. Who else loves The Notebook? And I want to kind of ask you, what do you prefer? So I like both, to be honest, right? Are you someone who, you're done, okay, you love a short summer fling, or are you more of a committed long-term romance kind of person, right? Do you invest in longevity and where things can take you? Because for me, I know long-term, like, is what fills my soul, right? But you know, when I get into friendships, when I get into relationships, I want something that's going to last the test of time. And I want to know, well, where are you at? Are you 1, are you 2, or are you 3, basically? Love that. I want to carry on. Amazing. Mine is on the vision board for the last couple of years. Yay. I've challenged my inner self mindset. Me too. Cool. My faith film. Amazing. So where are you at right now? So for some of you, you may be at 1, okay? You might just be like, and let's just compare it. Let's just talk frankly. This week, that's what we've had, right? We've had a really great week. We've had that summer fling, right? We've created a relationship. We've been doing lots of actions. We've been doing stuff, but it's about to end, okay? It's about to end. That part is about to end, but it doesn't have to. That summer fling can turn into a committed long-term romance, a hot romance, okay? Like super hot romance, okay? Notebook kind of romance. Not any like boring old committed romance. So you've now got the opportunity to decide, and it is your decision. It is your decision whether you want to finish, have the summer fling, and you're done, and you're like, that's it. I just wanted this free week. I'm done now. Thank you. Goodbye. And that is absolutely fine if that's where you're at. But I know some of you, and seeing your, the stuff you've been doing and your passion and your energy, I know that we would be amazing in that romantic, long-term committed relationship. So this is the time where in the masterclass that is up to you. It's up to you whether you want to finish here and you can leave the masterclass now, and that's absolutely fine, or whether you want to stay for the long-term relationship. So for those of you who want to take the next step and get support, I've got an amazing opportunity for you today, but it may not be for all of you here. So like I said, if you know that this week was all you wanted and you've not changed your mind in any way, and that's it, and you don't want any more support from me or help with implementing anything else, or you've got everything you need, then I wish you good luck, and you can leave the masterclass now. I'm going to be back tomorrow, still going to be around, right? But if you are someone who is like, I want to carry on, I want to see what's next, I want to see what else I can do, I really am committed to creating my goals, to getting visible, to making sales, all the stuff we spoke about, then stay here, right? Because that's who I'm speaking to. So that's who it's not for. Again, if it's anyone who's, and I don't get that from this group, so normally I'd say things like, you know, if you're negative, if you're this and that, but honestly, with this group, I haven't felt anyone like that. I haven't felt that there's anyone who's like making excuses or negative. I feel like you have been going for it. So I can't even say that. I don't feel like I'm talking to the people when I say, you know, if you're making excuses, if you're looking for a way out, blah, blah, blah. I just don't feel like we've got that kind of people. I've seen your energy this week, and I just think you're awesome. I just think you're awesome. And from my perspective, I'm available for a relationship with you guys. I actually would love to welcome you to the next step and tell you about that. And it's your decision whether you want to continue or not. So who would like to hear how I can support you further beyond this week, and how I can really help you get visible and create these goals, like a lot of the people you've seen today and more? Let me know if you're ready and you'd like to hear more, because I do, for you who stay up to the end of this masterclass only live, have an absolutely phenomenal opportunity. Now I had it for everyone, but there's a super phenomenal opportunity for those of you who are here right now who have made it. Okay, so let me just look at the comments for a second, have a sip of water, and I'm going to carry on. Whoop whoop, love it. Your energy is so inspiring, it makes me want to inspire my clients like that too. Yes, energy is contagious, so you'll get my energy and give it to your clients. 100%. Me. Yes, fantastic. Now also, so I'm going to tell you what's possible to work together, but I'm also going to tell you that there's not going to be anything to buy right now, okay? So you don't need to get your credit cards out. I'm not going to be saying, buy this right now, blah, blah, blah. Do it in 5 minutes, or you're not going to, like, you know, I'm not going to be doing that. You're not going to be paying for anything right now, because for what I'm doing, you do have to apply. Like, I need to make sure you're the right fit just as much as you want to make sure I'm the right fit, okay? So you will have to apply to be part of the next step as well, okay? So just to make that clear, I don't take people on just to take people on, okay? So you're going to hear about it, but like I said, you've all showed me so much determination. Your energy is incredible. You've been going for it, so you're just absolutely fantastic, and I would absolutely love to welcome you to the Female Entrepreneur Evolution Academy. So who's been part of it before? Rebecca, you've been part of the academy before. So the academy is, and let me just read some of these. It's never breaking the bank when it's going to help you make so much more. Exactly. Yes, I would love to once I have a product ready, which is going to be in a couple of months. Okay. When you have your product ready, is that what you said? Once I have my product, okay, so we've got to be mindful of these statements. We've got to be mindful of these statements, but let me carry on with this. So 4 months, it's a 4-month group coaching program, which is going to help you create a successful online business, take it to the next level. It's going to get you visible and making more sales online. And the additional benefit we have, I'm doing this as a very exclusive in lockdown opportunity, because this is going to be phenomenally more. This is going to be over a year. The next time I launch it, it's going to be a minimum of a year commitment. But I'm doing this in 4 months to make it more accessible online for all of you guys. And there is an online, an offline element too. And anyone knows what CPD is? It's a certificate. So let me better speak. A CPD accredited course as well. So there are 2 levels that you can do. So you can actually have an online business certification. Okay. So if you like to reskill, add something else into what it is that you do, we are now CPD registered. So we're getting everything done to the highest standard, and you will get a real accredited certification at the end of the 4 months after you've done the 3 days of practical stuff. Be a little test at the end, but you'll get an actual certification. So when I say about reskilling, adding tools to your kind of belt, you've got that as well. Okay, so that is another option. So again, this is for you if you're committed to creating and growing your business, want an engaged audience full of ideal clients, you want to create more impact, get more visible, if you want to create consistent income, more of it, and if you want to have your most successful year and you don't want to do it alone. So if that's you, keep watching. So this is the businesses this will help. So startups, if you are new to business, this is going to help you, any startup businesses. Content creators of any kind, so if you're a trainer, a course creator, an expert, a coach, a consultant, a mentor, mental and physical health practitioners. So I've worked with counselors to nutritionists to homeopaths, and designers, stylists, beauty industry experts, photographers, and network marketers. So we're talking to you. Now, if you do a different industry that's not on there, you're like, oh, I'm not sure if I come into that, just let me know, right? We'll have questions at the end. So let me tell you what it will cover. Does this work well for in-person services? Yes, though obviously we're focusing on building it online. So we do Q&A at the end. So for example, you're a photographer, and I've worked with photographers. We would want to grow your client base online, so you still do it in person, right? So understand we're using it. Yay, you're accountant, so you know CPD well. Awesome. Yeah, so you get points too, as well as an actual recognized certification as well, okay? So there aren't many online business mentorship programs that do this, by the way. Me, yay. So yes, so that's what you would do. So if you've got an in-person service, right? Like I've worked with counselors, for example, we build their business and grow it online, so they get more people into their in-person stuff, okay? So as long as you're using the online space, if your business is a bricks and mortar business, a retail business, something where you only want it to be offline, then no, I wouldn't suggest you join the academy, okay? But if you want to use the online space to grow your brand and your business, to get more visible, make more sales online, and but you deliver it offline, that's fine. I deliver offline. Like you're going to see this 3-day workshop as part of this, okay? So you completed, so Tracy, I completed Academy in 2008. It was an amazing course, such great value for money and support from Kirsty. Thank you so much, Tracy. Thank you so much. If you are alumni, there is a special, obviously, opportunity, because if you've worked with me before, you know, obviously I treat my current clients, you know, in a certain way. So Tracy, if you did want to rejoin and get the certification, obviously we'd have a conversation about that for you. So what about event planning and designing? Yes, so I would put that under designers and under consultants. So yes, event planning, definitely. Wedding planners as well. So again, I put that under a consultant. So clarity and create. So clarify and create. I'm going to go through this very quickly because I'm aware of time. It goes so quick, doesn't it? So clarify and create. So again, all the stuff that I told you about. So module 1, we're focusing on setting the foundations for success. We set up all of your systems. We do the money mindset work. We sort all your money systems out and all of it. I do have, by the way, a sales page which details everything for you. So I'm going to give you the page that has all this and what is covered in each section. Okay, so I'm going to go through it very quickly. Otherwise, we'd be here all day, okay? Because there's a lot of bonuses and things that you're going to get when you're here right now. So module 1 is setting down the foundations for success. Module 2 is your brand and business vision. Module 3 is your ideal client and target market research. So we get really clear on your niche, your ideal client, who they are. And then we have an implementation week, and you get all the bonus expert training is released. Now I'll show you that in a minute. Attract and grow. So everything you saw in that section, we cover. So module 4, creating your strategy to success. We're going to create your perfect product pipeline. We're going to create a solid strategy that you're going to follow. We're going to do all of those things. We're also going to module 5 is content creation. So we're going to teach you about content creation, how to create amazing content. Module 6, all about social media, how to use different social media platforms. You then get on the next week the Instagram course. So you're going to get, as many of you have seen, I'm at like 23,000 followers on Instagram, but it doesn't matter so much about the numbers. That has built me a multiple six-figure business just through Instagram. I'm going to show you exactly how you do that too in that course, on top of all the other social media things. Build and launch. So, and I will look at some of these questions in a second, and we'll do Q&A at the end just so I can get through it. Build and launch, module 7, so community and brand building. So again, we're going to be building your community, building up your online brand. Module 8, sales pages that sell and websites. Module 9, launch strategies. So we're going to teach about launch strategies. And then we've got an implementation week, bonuses are released. And you've also got ads training as well. Sell and convert. By the way, this is going to be drip fed every week, okay? So every week it's going to be drip fed. But I'm not going to just throw everything at you, and there'll be time to implement and do it all. And I'll explain that in a moment. So module 10 is all about sales. We do energetic selling, so using your energy to sell. We cover so much, and it's going to be detailed because there's multiple videos in each. And then obviously you learn how to sell on sales calls, how to do all of that. Module 11 is all about sales objections. It's 5-part sales objection training. Again, they're into bite-sized chunks. You've got a workbook, you've got, again, sheets and everything that you can follow along with. So if you're even on a call, how you do that, even before sales objections happen. Perfect funnel and lead magnet. So we're going to create you the perfect funnel and lead magnet. We're going to go into that and explain all that. Module 13 is email marketing. Plus we have an implementation week and session. So you also get a bunch of expert trainings and new sessions each month too. So let me tell you what you get in a nutshell. And I'm going to come back to the questions and stuff as well. So you get all the trainings. So yeah, energetic selling. Yes. So using your energy, using your personal energy. So all the stuff with NLP, all the things I've been mentioning. So what you get, so trainings, you get the membership. So 13 modules and all of that, all in your personal training hub. You also get 8 calls in total. So I'm going to put it there, 2 calls a month. So we have every other week, we have a call. It's a 90-minute session. So this is the group coaching call, group mentorship call. And the great thing about this course, so anyone who's been in my academy, I know Rebecca's saying that, I think it might be the way that you retain clients. Oh, you answered someone else's, but Rebecca's been in it. The great thing about these calls, and anyone who's been in my academy who's here, you know, you learn so much from other people's questions. Like, people will ask things that you haven't even thought about yet that you need to know. You get so much from the group as well as your own time. But I'm also utilizing this for feedback. So if you've created something, you want me to look at it, you want me to look over your pages, we're going to do all that. Now, I penciled in these for 90 minutes. However, if anyone's worked with me here, you know, look at this bloody masterclass, look at all my sessions. It finishes when it finishes, okay? So I will not get off the call until you are clear with what you need to do next, that you have had your questions personally answered, okay? If you can't make the calls, they are recorded, you can pre-submit your questions too, okay? For me, it's about making sure that you are feeling good, that you're on path, okay? So even though we pencil in for 90 minutes, that's our aim, a bit like these sessions, right? If we need more time, if it takes longer, it takes longer. You need to be clear, you need to feel good, and you need to get bloody results, because that's why you're coming, right? So in between that, we do those 2 sessions. So I can tell you, first week, it's so, for example, the first week is the first week of February, implementation week. You then have a call on the second week, a call on the third week, 4th week, and then in the middle of week 3 is when we do the implementation sessions. So the implementation sessions, these are amazing. So knowledge without implementation is nothing, right? It doesn't get anywhere if you just know something but you don't do it. So we actually practice implementing it. So we might be doing content, we might be practicing sales calls. We're going to get you into action. We're going to get you doing things in these implementation sessions. I think that's so important. Look what you've been doing this week, right? Look what you've been doing this week. You've been implemented. So we create and carve out time every month to implement what you've learned, to make sure that you can do it, right? Cool. So the next one is templates and sheets. So again, I will give you all my funnels. I'll be giving you sheets. So we have lots of different sheets and different things, like product pipeline, all of that, templates to create your own funnels, sales pages. It's all done for you. We've created super high converting, amazing branded templates and funnels, and we just give those to you. Support, so social media support pods, if any of you know what these are, They're basically going to help you grow and get more engagement on social media. A private community, so we have a small Facebook group where we have regular prompts and threads every day. So you've got to celebrate on Friday, you've got to keep accountability, you've got a Q&A thread, and that's where we all stay connected all throughout the week, every week, okay, in our small private Facebook group. Now, the next part, so here are the bonuses. Those of you who are here right now, all of these will be yours, okay? So if you book your call at the end of this masterclass, every single bonus will be yours, okay? So some of these will get taken away as time goes on, but all of them are available. So of course, mind reprogramming audios, you know what I've been talking to you about, you know, you guys having a conversation and just like see things, it's like replying, cool. So with the mind programming audio, so again, this is the stuff that's going to change your money mindset. This is all the stuff that you need to do to be able to increase your ability, your confidence. Again, your unconscious, you know, controls the show. So you have these audios that you can listen to help change all of that for you. We also have the bonus Instagram course. It's an 8-part in-depth Instagram training. See, my following's gone up since we did that grab. But again, that's going to help you, you know, be able to make 6 figures from Instagram, show you exactly how I've done it, all broken down. You also got funnel and tech support, so we've got full training on that. And then we've got loads of other bonuses from PR, we've got business strategy, we've got oh, it's just so many things. I just want to go through it so I'm not here too long. We've got things about making, so Karen Baines is incredible. She's done an amazing thing on money and mindset, how you can do that energetically. We've got copywriting, we've got photo shoots, we've got Pinterest, and so much more, okay? So we've got loads of different bonuses for you. And again, that's on the page. And we've got ads training too. So we've got 5-part ads training if you want to do that. So obviously the total value for this is 23,000. Of course, I'm not going to be charging you that, but if you bought any of that separately, that's how much it is. John is also my partner in crime, my business part, you know, part of my business. He helped me co-create Let's Get Visible. He's my husband too. And again, he's going to be available for any of your branding needs. He's also a certified sales expert too. So again, he can help with that, though. Come to me about that, but he's amazing with all the branding stuff, and he'll be there for anything you need that. And most importantly, you're going to be feeling like this, right? And have other people to do that with, to celebrate, to talk, to really connect with other people on the same wavelength. So we just check in with these comments quickly. Mindful of ideas but rarely implement them. Yeah, that's the important thing. Sounds amazing. So much time can I handle that? But so much time can I handle that? What do you mean? Wouldn't have a clue regarding ads. That'd be amazing. Cool. And it is all included. So before I tell you about the certification upgrade and how you can get that, I want to quickly introduce you to a few more people that have worked with me in the academy. So Sinead, are you still here, Sinead, my lovely? So Sinead has done amazingly, and she's going to come on live on Monday to tell you what happened after she did the academy. She also did my mastermind day as well, which is obviously more my workshop. But she'll tell you where she's at now because more has happened since this. But she said, I couldn't recommend working with Kirsty enough. My whole business has totally transformed since working in the academy and coming to the mastermind day. I had 2 successful launches, and this last week alone, I've sent out £50,000 of invoices. It's mind blowing. Thank you, Kirsty. I can't wait to continue working with you. So she has done amazing. Yes, they're all pre-recorded. Yes, everything is. Yeah. It does cover everything, and that's why I've created it, definitely to cover everything, yeah? Because this is the thing. A confused mind always says no, and if you join this program and that program and this program and that program, right? I'm not saying that you never need anything ever again, but I'm saying for this goal, to get visible and to make sales online, it's all there, okay? So she's amazing, she's lovely, and I can't wait. If you can leave all the questions in, we'll do that. I'll come to all the questions at the end. I'll have a look, but kind of get your questions so then I can just answer them all. Okay, and I might even end up answering it before the end. So Shami, I don't know if anyone knows who she is. She hit 6 figures within a year of working with me. She was in the academy too. It's been great to have such a positive role model for a female-driven business who has both strategic and business knowledge with the heart to match it for both mindset and emotional support. So that's what Shamini said. Again, she did amazingly. Now, Shamini, I really need to be talking to you about where these people were when they came to me. Because again, Sinead just had a social media business helping people. She now has a course creation. She's a mentor. She does all these amazing things. She will tell you about that on Monday if you watch her. Also, Shamini was bedridden. She had been like not working for over a year. She'd had a business a little while ago, but it stopped. She was really unwell and ill, and she had to work online. And we set her up. She was invisible online. She never did video. She never did anything. And she's become totally visible, totally out there. You know, in her first year, she made 6 figures. So like such a transformation. So anyone saying they don't have money, she didn't have any money. She couldn't work. She'd been ill. If anyone said they don't have the time, or, you know, if it's a health thing, like these people prove that you can do it under any situation. You just got to have the want. Rebecca, I put you in there because I just want to explain, because Rebecca, when she started working with me, when was it we did it? September 2019, but obviously you've done some academy this year too. But when she started, she was completely new to business. So if you are completely new to business, right? Completely new. This is Rebecca. She was completely new when she started the academy. And again, this is what she said after she finished those first 3 months. As a completely new business, in my first 3 months, I got 3 new clients and even more potential ones. If you're looking for someone to help you grow and build your business to the next level, then you have found the right woman. Kirsty's knowledgeable, thanks, inspirational and down to earth. You won't just be getting a coach when you work with Kirsty. With her, you'll be getting an amazing community of like-minded women, yes, which is, as you know, it's central to what I do, and maybe some lasting friendships as well. Exactly. Cool. Well, we got, yep, September 2019. Willpower, yes, I'm totally new as of October. Cool, I don't know what that was too. And then the last person I want to mention is Alison, who is the founder of Unique Mind. She's a counselor. So during the pandemic last year, she had, I don't want to tell people's figures, but significant figures, because, you know, I don't think she should say it out loud, but doing extremely well. She had her biggest ever year in business, and it's continued to grow month after month. She's been attracting paid opportunities. She's moved her offline business, which again, counseling in person, online. She created her first course, again, that she was putting off, which she sold out with 0 marketing and no formal launch, no ad spend, no spend on it. It was basically a behind the scenes launch, which again, I'll teach you. So again, you know, I said to you about visible can be quiet. Visibility can be quiet and powerful. That's what we did with Alison. Her first launch for the course, she's doing another one right now. We did it all behind the scenes, super quiet launch, but she sold it out. She spent no money on it. And again, if you're someone who thinks, oh my God, technology, any of that stuff, that's Alison. And she confronted her tech fears and she's done it all. Now she's got an online course as well. So, and she's got a very successful business. She's been hitting over and over her income goal. She's been doing amazingly. So this is the next upgrade. This is the next level. So if you want the CPT recognized accredited certification level, bloody amazing. Yes, my heart is racing. Oh, yeah, I love it. So if you want to get that level, so this on its own, like the 3 days, it's worth £2,000. That's how much it sells for separately. Okay. The 3-day workshop sells for that separately. Now we can upgrade you so you can get the 3-day certification level. So you come to the 3-day workshop as well, because that is where we'll be applying your knowledge. That's where you'll be doing the test, a little test. Okay, don't worry about it. You'll know it all. Like, it'll be there. Don't worry, it's not going to be hard. Anyone's like, test, but you'll be doing that. I'm still deciding, because I've been talking to the CPT, and it's, you don't have to have a test, but they recommend it basically. But you'll be applying everything. You'll be doing it. You're going to achieve so much in those 3 days. If anyone came to my last 3-day event in October, you'll know how much you achieved. There's a video, actually, you'll see people talking about it, which is on the page as well. But this is the 3-day certification, which is what you can get as an upgrade if you want to have the online business certification. The next date we have for this at the moment is March the 26th. Let's see what happens, but we're going to have multiple dates that are going to be happening throughout the year as well. So obviously, if something happens because of COVID, we just move them. Okay, you're not going to ever lose this. It's not going anywhere. But we'll have multiple dates to choose from. We're just seeing how the situation pans out to know when we can start booking more in. But we do have the next one. It is booked in for March the 26th. So hopefully things will be in a better place right now and we can start doing that. But if not, it'll probably be May, and then September will be the ones after that, and then maybe something at the end of the year. Okay, so these are 3 whole days. They are just mind-blowing. You get so much done. If you think about how much you've done on an online workshop, imagine what you can do in an in-person workshop where you're in the room, you're with people. I get you to actually practice things. You practice all of the stuff, you do it, you go out there, you make money. It's just amazing. When you have people to physically do it with in person, it's just phenomenal. So that is the kind of extra level. And there's also nothing to lose, but there's everything to gain, because there's a 14-day money back guarantee on it too. So again, if you join and then suddenly you're like, I hate it, which I can't imagine. This is why I do all this stuff, right? Is to make sure that you're clear that you want this, and you see who I am and my energy and my clients and the results I get. That's why I do it. But of course, if for any reason it doesn't meet your expectations in the first 14 days, there's nothing to lose, and you get the money back as well. But of course, there's everything to gain. So hopefully you've seen from like the examples I've given you, the different people, and again, you don't know all their backgrounds and stuff, but many of them, it was hard for them to first do it, and I don't want to mention names because it's very personal stuff, but many of them was just like, I don't know how I'm going to get that, I don't know how I'm going to afford this. And they pay the first amount, and it all comes in because they do the work, they believe in it. It's got purpose, just like everything else I've told you, just like my own example. My phone keeps falling. Just like my own example as well, right? It comes in when there's purpose behind it, when you really want it. Okay, so you've got to want it, right? So again, whether you're new to business or further along, it's going to help you. If you have time restrictions, kids, travel, multiple businesses, or if you just feel like, oh, I can't afford it, or I can't do it, or whatever's coming up, saw one thing or something like, I'll do it when I've done this. Okay, this is the same pattern, and we've just got to be aware of that. We've got to be really aware of, is that a real thing, or are we just putting it off because we think we need to do that? This is going to help you if you're thinking of creating something. This is going to help you and make it even more successful, right, than waiting until. So everything in total, okay, so obviously you've got the trainings, the calls, the implementation sessions, the templates, the support pods, the community group, and then of course all the bonuses, which is the mind reprogramming audios, the Instagram course, the funnel and tech support, the bonus support, the ads training, and the total value comes to 23,000. And this is what you can get it for. So if you just do exclusively the Female Entrepreneur Evolution Academy, you can do that for $7.99 a month, right? Or you can pay it in full for $2.99. Actually, I think it should be $2.97. Actually, $2.997. Yeah, I kept going between 9.9s and 7s, so slightly less than that. Or if you want to do the certification level, you get an extra £1,000 off what it is if you do it on top. And then you get the 3-day workshop and the certification. Again, you can do that for $3,997. That should be. I think I changed it the next one, or 4 payments of 1,111. So that's my favorite number, by the way. It's my magic number. Okay, so I'll show it to you so it's a little bit clearer here. I can't breathe. Time commitment, yes. And we help you with time straight away. Time is a big one for everyone. Oh, what's happened to this? So we work on your time frame and when you're going to do the program right at the beginning, because that is something for everyone. This should have a title top. So there's the 2 levels, right? So you've got that. Now, this doesn't include VAT, because again, depending on which country you're in is where I add it. Now, for those on the masterclass, and again, I'm going to do this till the end of Friday, anyone who books a call, I will take the VAT hit for you, okay? So you won't have to pay an extra 20%. I will consume the VAT. Okay, obviously it's still there. It doesn't go anywhere. There's accountants here, right? It doesn't go anywhere, but I will take that for you, okay? And again, if we're looking at this, like for me, like I said to you, with the value you get and what you get, my first investment was 14,500. So, this is obviously a small amount. If we look at where we're going to university, or if we compare it to any other training, we're looking at 9,000 a year. That's what I'm looking to obviously spend on my son soon. 9,000 a year every single year. And that isn't Pacific, right? That isn't Pacific to you and your mentorship. And this is obviously stuff that's actually going to show you how to bring in clients, how to build your business, how to make more money. It's done around that, as well as all your visibility and all your online business stuff. So it's really about what it is worth to you, right? What is it worth to you? If you could help thousands of people, help to impact thousands of lives, if you could love the work you do and who you're surrounded with, you can make thousands of pounds, tens of thousands of pounds. Like, you only need to have to do the standard 2 £1,500 clients. My first year, by the way, in business, I sold 3 packages in the first month, and they were 1,500. So I would have paid for this. Obviously, my investment was a lot more. For this, I would just needed 2 clients to pay that back. And I got 3 in my first month. So just to show you what's possible, right? Just to show you, give you an idea of like what you can expect as well. And again, it's about feeling confident and clear. Everything's broken down for you, right? It's that peace of mind. It's that knowing that you're building on a journey. So right now, it's up to you, okay? So there are 2 paths that you can go down, right? You can decide, you know what, I'm kind of done here. I'm not, I don't know if I want to do any more, or you can look at excuses or reasons like, I don't know if I've got the time, I don't know if I can afford it, I'll do it when this happens or when that happens. I can 100% guarantee you that you will not be able to get this offer again after this launch. So we start on the 1st of February. This is going to be changing after we launch it in the summer. It will be a year long. It will be a significantly more of an investment as well. And it will end up being a year-long certification program on top of that. So it will be even more with that as well. So this online version that I have done because of lockdown to make it more accessible to more people isn't going to be continuing. So just be aware this is not one of those moments that you can go, oh, I'll just go to it next time. You can, but it won't be this. It won't be this opportunity. So be aware of that. And also just, why are you here now? Why did you join something to help you become more visible, to make sales, to break through your blocks? That's what you want, right? So I think it's up to you. You can finish here, and then after tomorrow's session, you can kind of leave it there, be in our kind of wider social media community, or you can come down the other path and you can join us. You can become one of our clients. You can join the academy, and you're going to be supported every single step of the way. I am 100% committed to your success. Your results are my business. Your results are my purpose. So for me, it's about you getting results. So I need people that want to actually take the action. If you're going to join and not do anything, obviously there's no point, right? But you know, my phone is falling. But this is for you, and you've got that choice now that you can come and join us, and you can be part of the academy. And I would absolutely love to invite you there, and to really know that you will be in a completely different place in 4 months, totally supported with everything that you need to do that as well. This is one of my favorite quotes as well, because when a flower doesn't bloom, you don't change the flower, but the environment of which it is in. I really believe, in looking at my whole journey, that it is about changing your environment. There's nothing wrong with you, right? There's nothing wrong with you. It's just you don't have access to the things you need to grow. If there's a flower and you stick it in the wrong conditions, it will die. There was never anything wrong with the flower, right? And it's the same as the human beings. This is why I left home at 16 and went to college. This is why I found mentors and, you know, found my partner and all these different things. It's getting in the environment to succeed. And this is what I create myself now, because I know the impact of our environment is an environment for you to succeed, okay? An environment that if you get into that, the how is taken care of. You just got to sharp and do the things that you need to do. And we're going to create this in a really personalized way. It's going to be motivating, it's going to be inspiring, and you're going to create those goals that you want. Cool. And now it's your moment. And for some of you right now, it's really exciting to think that this is going to be your defining moment, like it was with Sinead, like it has been with Rebecca, like it has been with so many people. And you'll meet some of them, Sonia, where they then decide, do you know what? I'm going to do this. And their businesses, their lives, and everything changed after that moment. Rebecca came all the way. She's in Canada. She flew all the way for a one-day event. It was a one day then, all the way to England. And she said, I don't know if she's still here, but it was absolutely life transformation. Like, it was so transforming for her, and it was amazing. And she loves it. Oh, Stacey, I love that you really want this. Amazing. So, you know, this is a defining moment. Only though, if you decide to do it, it could be a defining moment in the sense that you decide, oh, I want this, but maybe not because of whatever your reason is, okay? And that's totally up to you, because you're probably not the right person for it if you're thinking that, right? You know, because the people that I work with are action takers, they want it, they know, and they do it. And it becomes their defining moment, you know, it becomes a moment that things change for them. And my phone will not stop falling. Amazing. So here we go. So this is a recap. I can totally see why she'd fly all the way. Oh, amazing, Stacey. Oh, so fantastic. So here we go. And I'm sorry, this is such a mess. I just kept adding to it. So of course, right now then we've got this crazy opportunity for you now. I'm looking forward to the next time the world opens up. Yeah, I know you're supposed to came last year, but this happened. So you've got your two opportunities, and you don't have to make a decision now. So I'm going to give you a link to book a call, right? So it's going to be about you booking a call, and you can choose whether it's the standard you want, which is just online, or it's the full one. And again, you know, whether it's painful payment plan, again, we can talk to you about that and see how we can make things work best for you, and also make sure that you're the right fit, and also that it's which one would be best for you and what you do as well. But these calls aren't for you if you're like, so now it's going to be Q&A time in just a moment. This call isn't for you if you're just like, I'm kind of thinking about it. You've got to want it. So these calls are for you if you want to join, okay? And then we're going to be talking about how we can make it happen, making sure that you're the right fit, and getting you signed up so that you're ready to do it, okay? So don't apply if you're just kind of like, maybe. If you've got questions, you can ask me questions right now. You can DM me. The page that we've got set up with all of the details, loads of details on that page. There's a little bot and it will take you to my Facebook Messenger, my business one, and I can answer your questions there. So you've still got questions, you're still unsure, just ask me questions. But if you know you want to do it, then book a call, right? If you want to join us, book a call. Okay, so 4 months of online mentorship and coaching. Now, if you do it now as well, I'm going to do this for the next 48 hours, I will take the VAT hit as well, so it won't be any more than this. This will include the VAT. So for those of you who are VAT registered, you get a lump sum of money in that too, right, to bring back. And my crazy webinar opportunity, which I have never done before, is anyone who books now. So within an hour of this masterclass finishing, so by 3 o'clock, so right now really, but I'll give you a moment in case you need to use the toilet or have lunch, I will give you a 30-minute one-on-one session with me. Now, this is something worth like over £500. It's rare that I ever give my one-on-one time away like this. But again, this is a crazy opportunity because I know only a few of you will do that right now, right? Let's hope that all of 41 of you end up doing it. And then I'm going to answer any questions, okay? So that's what you're going to get. And again, why have I supplied by the end of no extra payment for? I think that was that. You're also going to get all of the bonuses as well. We start on the 1st of February, right, with the first module. And again, we've got limited call time because, of course, there's 2 of us taking the calls. I'm actually going to be taking the calls. My mentor will go so mad at me if he knows that I'm doing this, but I do want to speak to some of you as well. So me and John will be taking all the calls. So you're getting the highest level of the team. There won't be anyone else that you'll be speaking to in our team, okay? So this is what you need to do now. If you want to scan, so firstly, questions. I'm going to answer any questions. Yeah, yes. Oh, I'm so excited. And next week, we're going to having a party about it. We've got a welcome party the first week. 2, so as you guys all start joining, we're going to be celebrating you and your next level as well. We've got some really fun things planned for that. So we're going to be doing that. So all you have to do now is you can scan this code. That is the website where everything is on there. Everything. There's video testimonial. You can learn those. All the details about the program. Everything you can possibly want. Q&A section is all on the page. So if you just type into the internet, female entrepreneur evolution, it's right at the top of Google, of course. Female entrepreneur evolution is right at the top. You can go into that page or just go to that website. Of course, I will put links as well. But if you scan this, that will take you straight to the application to book your call. You don't have to, like, there are quite a few questions, but you don't have to, like, do paragraphs. It can, some of them are just a line. It's just like finding out what your business is, finding out why you want to join, blah blah blah, that the important things, your phone number, like the essential things, okay? But it will make sure that we know that you are the right fit. And again, if we read it and we don't think so, we won't take the call, okay? So you do have to apply for the call, and yeah, we will see what happens, and we will welcome you to the academy. So you can scan that, and that will take you straight to the call link, and I will share those links straight after this as well. So send me the link, please. Yay! So any questions whatsoever that you have got, please ask away now. I'm here to answer your questions. And like I said, if you have questions after this, then I will also be available. So you just go through the sales page, this page, and you can go into a bot and it will just communicate directly with me. Give me time. There's a lot of you, by the way, and so many of you are messaging me. So many of you already asked how you can work with me. So it might take me a moment. So let's answer some of these questions. So yeah, send me the link. I can't see that. You could send that, please. Yes, I will. We can send that. We'll put that in with the video. Is it okay for products or online for services? Are you saying both of them or one or the other? It works for both of them. Again, as long as it's online. What happens if I don't have my product yet? We create it. So again, we will create your product. We will go through that. So I don't think I made it clear in because I had to whiz through because I was like, be here forever, and it would be clearer maybe on the sales page that you that we will go through and make sure that you have a product, remember, that your clients want. Do you remember that on the first section? We'll make sure that your product or your service is something that people are going to buy. So we map that out. So we look at that. So yes, so if you don't have anything to sell, we will map that out. But I need you to have obviously an idea of what it is that you want to do, or some type of qualification in some area that you work in, so that we can do something with it, right? So something that you know that you can bring to it. Of course, if you do the certification level, then you're going to get a qualification too, which I think right now, the more things that we can, like, for me, it's a no-brainer. I would also go certification. Yeah, I got another certification. But to have that and to have the 3 days as well, I just think it's like really what most of you are going to want to do. But again, I know I obviously get international people and it's not always right. So we sign up and then we get a call, or vice versa. You basically fill in the form for a call and then you sign up. Yeah. So what I'm doing, like previous years, and again, anyone who's done it before will know, people signed up straight from the page and they paid, and like everyone just signed up from the page, which saved me so much time, loads of time doing that. Okay, everyone just signed up from the page. But it's so important for me to make sure I get the right people in, and that it's a quality group and that it's right for you, that I actually we're going to spend the extra time having calls with you, to make sure that we get like the best group, right? The perfect group. Battery's running low. So that's why we're going to do the call. So they're 20-minute calls max. So I think I've put that somewhere. So it's a 20-minute call. It's a clarity call. Again, if you do have any questions around it, but it's about being Pacific, making sure you're the right fit, and getting you signed up on the right option that is for you as well. But like I said, you can ask questions before that as well. And the page should help too. Cool. Have we got any other questions? Let me see if I've missed anything. I think you asked Justine, did you ask how much time it took earlier or something per week? I say, and again, this is on the page too, like dedicate a few hours a week. The more time you can dedicate, the better. But if you can pencil in a few hours, like I said, right at the beginning, we're going to look at your time. The first video you see is about mapping out your time to make space for this. And to be honest, think about it. We're going to be in lockdown these next few months. Like, what could be better than actually invested in like your mentorship, doing this thing while we've got more time, right? Where we've got some of that time. What happens? Oh yeah, I've answered that one. Is there anything else? I'm definitely doing it. Yay! Oh, I can't wait to have you in there, Kim, and I can't wait to speak to you and Stacey. Any other questions that I may have missed? So if anyone's got any other questions at all, ask away now. I know there's a slight delay, but if not, I look forward to welcoming you. Like, if there's anything that's not clear there, let me know. But I'm very, very excited. I can't wait. Like I said this in a post in the group. You guys, out of all the workshops that I've done, like obviously this workshop is free to all of you. This is a taste of working with me. You all get to have that. But it gives me a feel of who is then good for my programs. And of course, those who want to do more than a week get the opportunity to have the real depth personalization. There's so many of you. It's so hard for me to see everything and all of that. But when we bring this group down to a small group, I get to know every single one of you and personalize it to you and speak to you. And you get to create really incredible relationships and incredible results. And I just can't wait. So it's going to be really amazing to take this to the next step with you, to really help you grow your business. I'm definitely doing this. Yay! It's so amazing. And I can't wait. And I can't wait to see who's going to be in there. You're all amazing. You've given so much energy that I know, like from what I've seen, you are all incredible, great fits for this. And you're going to get fantastic results because you're action takers. And when you're given that direction, that momentum and that energy, you go and do it, right? And I've seen that. So thank you, all of you, for that energy that you've given, because that really helps me when I'm delivering. Like I said, it's one-way energy right now, right? It's me doing it all and then not necessarily getting it back, but seeing you all participate really does fuel me. And obviously now being able to have you guys, as part of my tribe, as part of my academy, is just going to be incredible. And you're going to be the first ones that I'm going to give certifications to as well, because we've just added the certification level. So that is going to be absolutely amazing. We're going to have a party with that once we can do that. I've collaborated with an exclusive designer brand selling perfumes and beauty products. Would I be okay to work with you? I've collaborated with exclusive designer brands selling perfumes and beauty products. Yes, but let's talk about it and all that you want to do and what you want to do. So when you fill in the form, tell you see, part of it is to say, what are your goals? What is it that you want from it? Why do you want to join? So put the whole thing so I can just read it and see it a little bit more, right? Like I said, if I don't think it's going to help you, or you're not a good fit for it, I won't have you in there. Like, I've always had amazing people in the academy, but the first year I ever did it, there was one person, her energy was off and it ruined it for everyone and me, right? And it's hard once people are in, so I don't want that, right? Which is why I do this, right? Why it filters through and we get these amazing women. So I will tell you if I don't think it's the right fit for you. So ladies, like I said, this is your time, and I'm just gonna that's opened up. Let me just press that again. Yeah. like I said, it is your moment. And I'm going to leave on this quote because I love this quote. It is your moment right now. It is your time to kind of make your decision what you want to do. And I hope it's a defining one. And I hope to continue working with you to see you. I know this has gone way over. Wow. But I hope you got value from it. There was a lot to fit in. And I'm so excited about welcoming you. And we're going to be back anyway tomorrow. You're going to be back tomorrow anyway, and I've got another live for you tomorrow. I'm going to keep it a lot shorter. I actually have a call with my mastermind straight after, so we will keep it shorter. But you know, we've had extra time today, so I can't wait. We're going to continue the momentum next week as well, as we welcome you all, and I will bring in other clients, people that you can get to meet as well next week. So I will tell you about that tomorrow. But for now, thank you everybody for joining me today. Go and book your spot, get that amazing exclusive offer right now. And I can't wait to speak to you all and to welcome you to the Academy. So thank you, everybody. And I will see how I can end this live. And I'll see you all in the group tomorrow. So, you know, your only action today is to put this all together, you know, to put this together and make a decision. Decide, do I want to do this or am I going to finish now? You know, that's your decision. Yay, amazing. So I got to try my main thing right now is trying to decide how do I go off live. There we go. Cool. I think that's what I click. Oh, there we go. Oh my God, it's so confusing. I don't want to lose it. Where do I do it? I found it earlier when I did the test. Okay, let me stop share, and then I think here it is. Okay, cool. I had to stop sharing first. So thank you everyone for joining me. Can't wait to speak to you all. The calls are available, by the way, this from tomorrow for a whole week. Okay, so get in there as soon as you can because they will be limited. There is only me and John doing them, so there will be limited time on calls. So book it as soon as you can. Get all those extra bonuses. Get the 20% off. Get the 30-minute session with me if you do that right now. And I can't wait to see you all tomorrow. So bye for now, ladies.